Want to know what your dog is thinking?
Have a challenging dog behavior you need help with?
The Dish on Dogs is your source for all your canine questions.
Improve your relationship with your dog and deepen your understanding of your furry friend. Right here on the Dish on Dogs.
Welcome, everybody. Welcome to another episode of the Dish on Dogs. I'm your host, Jackie Bondanza. I am here today with a very important guest, or two important guests, I should say, an Instagram star called Milo and his mom, Jen. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you for having us.
Well, thanks for joining. We thought this would be kind of an interesting opportunity to meet Milo and hear a little bit about his journey, how he became an Instagram star. I think he's got about 100,000 followers on Instagram. Is that right?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so he's like way more popular than any of us humans put together.
Yeah,
So love to hear about Milo's story and kind of what he represents and your incentive behind kind of making him, and he's an Instagram and a YouTube star. So, and I love seeing him in the background there. He's so cute and so well behaved. So thank you to Milo for joining. So tell us a little bit about Milo. How old is he? What's his breed? How did he come into your life?
Okay, Milo's a Nova Scotia duck-tailed retriever. They're kind of more of a rare breed. There's the smallest of the retrievers, and I like to say the smartest. He's super, super smart and learns new tricks really fast. And he came into my life because I had a toller before him, and we were super bonded. His name was Bowden, and he was close to the end of his life, and I didn't want to be without a dog. I just can't imagine living life without a dog. So I reached out to a couple breeders that I knew, and they actually told me about this one toller that a breeder had that was Bowden's nephew. And I said, oh my gosh, what would be cooler than having a dog related to my best friend that I already have? And that was Milo, and we've just been so close ever since. And I was super, heartbroken about my dog passing, Bowden. So my boyfriend said, maybe it would be a good idea for you and Milo to really bond and connect with, start an Instagram page, because you don't want to flood your friends with just pictures of your puppy.
Right.
So I was like, oh, that's a good idea. Then I could just have a place, to put all my inspiration pictures, and me and Milo could really bond and learn new things together and explore the world together. And that's just kind of how our Instagram started. It was just like a little safe place for me.
And now, how did you come up with the idea for his Instagram? Because there's kind of a theme going on, right? I've noticed he's always around butterflies and nature. And I know you guys live out in LA, right?
Yeah.
So how did you kind of pick what were you posting, and how are you going to bring Milo into that fold?
So it just kind of evolved into that because, I'm super into nature and I love butterflies and all that stuff. So it just kind of, our interests kind of aligned in that way. So about 2 years ago in LA, we had this huge butterfly migration of painted lady butterflies. There was thousands everywhere. Like, you would drive in your car and you'd be hitting butterflies because you just couldn't help it. You felt like, I don't want to go in my car because I know I'll hurt a butterfly. And in our backyard, we just were working from home that day, and there was just so many butterflies that Milo was just like memorized by them, looking all around like, oh my gosh, what is going on? And just his kind nature to them right away when there was so many was so cool to see, I thought. And we went on a hike in Malibu to, be in nature with the butterflies. And there was just so many, like, there's kind of swarming you. There was that many. And I was with my mom and Milo, and we were like, this is the most magical place. Like, how beautiful to be in nature surrounded by all these butterflies. And there was two girls coming towards us also on the hike. And one of the girls was like, this is my nightmare. I can't believe how many So it was just so funny to like the different perspectives of it, but to us it was just so cool. And in California, monarch butterflies have a ton of resting grounds down the coast.
Mhm.
As I'm a native Californian, and as a kid, we used to always go, and you would see there thousands of butterflies, but they would be in a resting state. So they're mainly up in the eucalyptus trees, hanging on branches as they make their way down to Mexico.
Mhm.
And so now the monarchs population is so low that we went this last year to go see the monarchs in their resting ground, and there was none.
Wow.
So that's kind of like with Milo and how he acted to the butterflies, the painted ladies, and then my knowledge of the monarchs is kind of how we started to help raise them in our garden and grow milkweed. And then like Milo's relationship with the butterflies just blossomed from there.
I know I've seen a few photos on his Instagram or even a video where there's a butterfly on his nose. And it's
Yeah,
so the butterfly is just kind of, flapping her wings and he's just kind of sitting there. Like it's amazing to see a dog be so gentle. But I feel like it's really, dogs in general help us connect to our roots, right? Which is
totally.
just, nature and enjoying the outdoors and enjoying the simpler things in life. So I'm assuming that, that's what a part of the role that Milo's played in your life is to help you feel that connection every day.
Yeah. So what we do to help the butterflies is really anyone can do it is just plant native plants, and especially for the monarchs, milkweed. Milkweed is the only plant that the caterpillars will eat. So in different parts of the country, there's different kinds of milkweed that is native to their state. So that's the best kind of plant for them. And also just to have open spaces for with wildflowers and stuff for when they're butterflies to feed on. And so for us, what we do is we have the milkweed in our garden, but then we also bring in the caterpillars. We have these little caterpillar boxes, I call them, and we put milkweed in there and the caterpillars in there to feed on to stay safe from predators like wasps, and other animals will try and eat the caterpillars, and just give them a safe place to grow into a butterfly. And then once they're a butterfly, we release them back into the garden.
Oh, cool. That's
Yeah.
amazing. So, and so I understand that Milo's also a YouTube star. So he's got a YouTube channel and that you make treats, right? And what is organic kind of homemade treats? What
Yes.
is Milo's role in that? And kind of, can you talk about how he kind of led you to that little mini business as well?
So our show is called Drooling for Treats. And basically it's just we try and make it as much as Milo cooking and humans out of it as possible. It's been super fun. I try and give Milo treats with no sugar in it. So, a lot of groomers or pet places now say that you need to get your dog's teeth brushed and stuff. And in the
Yeah.
90s, we never did that. But my dog lived till he was 19, my childhood dog, and had his teeth the whole time. And so I think a lot of it has to do with sugar in our treats, and dogs don't need sugar.
Right.
Um, so that's kind of where I came up with the idea of like showing people healthy treats that you can give your dog that you can make yourself. And I thought a fun way to do that would be to have Milo cook as much as possible. And Milo just loves it. Like I said, he's super smart. So he learns new tricks right away. Like I got him to come in the kitchen and grab the oven mitt and go over to the stove, and he got it down super fast. So it's been really fun, and he gets so excited about the treats that we make. And it's a nice way to let out some creativity too.
Right. It sounds like, with his presence, you can really incorporate just some kind of more creative aspects. I, would imagine it just helps, having a dog in general just helps you kind of stay focused on some of the more fun and silly aspects of life, right? It keeps
Yeah.
some levity in your day. And it sounds like you're really kind of front and center with that, which is nice. I think we, like, as a workforce, we're such a work centric culture. We kind of forget to take time to just enjoy nature, enjoy cooking, enjoy the more creative arts. So it sounds like Milo's really like helped be a conduit to that in your life.
Yeah, in one of our episodes, he makes butterfly cookies. So I was able to incorporate his love for butterflies with our love for cooking. And so on that episode, we kind of show how we raise monarchs and what they mean to us, as well as have a cookie. And on our shows, we give the full recipe, all the ingredients, so people can make it themselves at home.
Mhm.
And we've also done a hiking episode where Milo made a granola bar for hiking for dogs. And that episode was super fun because we go out and we go on a hike and there's water to play in, and Milo jumps off the rocks into the water and enjoys this like little snack to bring with us. So that was a super fun one too.
That's cute. That's nice to have that kind of opportunity. So what are some of Milo's quirks? Like what does he love? What does he not love? Does he have anything like kind of quirky about his personality you can share?
Milo, like he loves food, obviously, because of cooking, but he likes stuff broken up very small. Like, like a little kid, like, Mom, can you cut it smaller? It's too big, kind of attitude. And when you give him his meals for the day, he'll eat a little bit of it, and then he'll come over and kiss you and thank you, and then go back to his meal, which he's done that since he's been a tiny puppy. His breeder told me that he was the one of, he has 10 siblings in his litter. And he was the one that would always do that, even though there was other puppies that are going to eat your food, but he still had to go and thank you for it. And that's just kind of his personality. He's like super sweet, super loving, always wanting to be right there with you and cuddle with you. And that's what makes doing all the Instagram and the show and all this stuff so fun, because it's like a chance for us to be right there together all the time.
That's nice. That's nice. And how, so at Houndstown, we're a pet care facility, right? And our big philosophy is we believe that dogs should interact with one another.
Yeah.
As if they were in a litter. Like you mentioned, they're born into litters, they're social pack animals.
Yeah.
And while it's wonderful that we humans take them into our lives and domesticate them, what we also inadvertently do it sometimes is remove their ability to interact with one another, right?
Yeah.
So does Milo, and I see on Milo's Instagram, he has a best friend,
Yes.
a dog. So
Yes.
how important is it to you as Milo's owner and to Milo to still have that interaction with other dogs as well?
Oh, Milo loves being with other dogs. So his best friend Bibi actually just spent the weekend with us. She was here for like 3 days, and Milo just loves her so much. They have so much fun together. We take them hiking together, and they love to run on the beach and chase each other. That's like their favorite thing to do. And Bibi loves to play tug of war. And she's a golden retriever, so she's much bigger than Milo.
Right.
And she's very strong. So Milo tries to play with her, but she always wins. And we have a handful of dog friends that we always meet up with. If you see our show, Drooling for Treats, there's a couple episodes. I think that we did 2 episodes for Milo's birthday, and we have little parties for him where he has his friends come over. And I think it's super important to have friends for your dog, and even like just certain dogs that they always know and see, just like we like certain people and like to see them a lot. I think that's important to have like outside relationships.
Right, exactly. And to your point, we, at Houndstown, we're kind of always talking about how our facilities are kind of like sending your child to school and allowing them to have that interaction with other peers. And for dogs, other peers are other dogs. So it's nice to hear when owners, recognize that importance for the dog to have that connection with their same species, because they are animals at the end of the day, right? And there's
and they
a value.
interact differently with the dogs than they do with people. So it's important to have that.
Right, correct. And I see that Miles also coming out with a calendar. Is he going to be a pinup dog?
We have our new 2022 calendar out. We're so excited about it. It turned out so great. It comes with a full page poster in the middle of Milo running through some of our California native flowers, which is the California poppy.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, we're super excited. It's all Milo's adventures, pictures of him with butterflies, of course. Another big picture, I don't know if you can see them kind of in the background up there, is our boop nose pictures
Uh-huh.
of Milo's nose and a bunch of flowers, because I'm a florist and I love flowers. And so we're always playing with different flowers in our garden.
That's great. That's so fun. And and so tell me a little bit about Milo's fans. Like, how did this whole Instagram idea grow? And what are some of his fans like on Instagram?
So, social media sometimes is like a negative place for people, but
Yeah.
for us, it is so beautiful and positive. All our fans are so sweet and give us so much love and support, and we just love it so much. We were on Good Morning America, Pet of the Week, in 2020. And that's kind of how our Instagram just like blew up and exploded from there. We've been in People Magazine and all kinds of different things. Has been super fun. And I think people are just really fascinated with all the different skills that Milo has, like whether it's cooking or his relationship with nature and butterflies. And we just really appreciate all our fans, and we get just so much positive feedback, and they say that we bring joy to their day, which is just so nice to be able to spread that.
Yeah, I agree. I think that is kind of what our goal is at Houndstown too, is to just help alleviate stress from an owner's life if they're working and traveling. And Houndstown is really a place for the dog to come and be a dog. We always say at Houndstown, the customer is always right, but the customer is the dog, right? The customer is Milo.
Yeah.
And it's really amazing to see the dogs come and interact with one another, and and also have the relationships that they have with their owners, have that strong bond. So what was being on Good Morning America like? How was that? I imagine probably nerve-wracking for you, but Milo probably handled it pretty well, right?
Well, actually, we're in LA, and so we had to get up so early in the morning. I think it was like 4 in the morning to be on it, and it was just like a Zoom kind of interview call. And Miles was so tired, like how much he is now. He was just there, passed out. But we were so excited, and when you talk to the producers before you go on live. So it was like the onstage live producer, and she was telling us about, some dogs are come on and they're just, do their thing. But Milo seems so special. I truly love his cooking show. I've never seen anything cuter. So it was just so sweet to like hear that. And it was really fun to be on it. We got a little award in the mail, and it's really neat.
And how did you come across that? Like, did you submit him as part of
No,
like a contest or something?
no, they just reached out to us. They found us somehow. Same with like People Magazine and stuff. People just
Wow,
reach out.
amazing. Well,
Yeah.
Milo's quite the star. So does he have any aspirations beyond being an Instagram and YouTube star?
Well, it would be really fun to have like make his show Drooling for Treats into like a real 30-minute show. I think it would be, like a cooking show on Food Network or something like that. I think it would
Yeah.
be really fun to show people how to make different kinds of treats and just do positivity in the world. And we also would love to do something with more with Milo with the environment. We do Fridays for Future. Every Friday we do a post about the environment and just do more research, and we want to do something like some kind of show or something about how people can help the environment more individually. I know the problem's so big that the government really needs to get involved and make mass change. So sometimes it feels so overwhelming as an individual, like what could I really do that would make a difference?
Right.
So kind of coming up with more ideas like that, even simple things like grow your own food and compost and not use so much waste and plastic. Like we all know this stuff, but I think if you really see like this is exactly what we're doing, would help inspire people.
Yeah, absolutely. So Milo's really helping, to kind of be an inspiration for that little change, which I love. I think dogs can teach us so much. I love the nature aspect of it. We're here on the East Coast, so we tend to be more like go, 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 go. And we don't take a lot of time to appreciate nature and what dogs can bring to us, and kind of the simplicity of their life. I think there's a
Yeah.
lot of lessons to be learned in that.
Yeah, just like even hiking with your dog, you just see the joy right there on their face when they're hiking, like, this is amazing, you know?
Right.
So
Yeah.
it makes all that stuff like going to the beach and hiking and stuff I love, but having a dog there with you just makes it 20 times better, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Well, is there anything else you want to add about Milo, or the kind of work the two of you are doing together?
Oh, really? I think you covered everything pretty well.
Okay, great. Well, why don't you tell all of our listeners how they can find Milo on Instagram and YouTube?
You can check us out on Instagram at Milo the Toller. We also have our own website, milothetoller.com, and YouTube. We're just youtube.com/Milo the Toller.
All right, great. Well, I appreciate you coming on, Jen. And Milo's, taking a nap back there, looking as cute as ever. So definitely encourage everybody watching to go check out his Instagram. It's really cute. It's beautiful photography too.
Oh, thank you
So
so much.
really, really a nice little break from the day. So thanks for coming on, and we'll see everybody next time.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for watching another exciting episode of the Dish on Dogs podcast. You can also watch us on YouTube on the Dish on Dogs podcast. If you're a listener, you can catch us on iTunes, Spotify, and all your other podcast platforms. For more information, click the link in the description. We'll see everybody next time.